JOJO Siwa's new music video is using subliminal messaging to get people to join the US military, and I can prove it. I was watching her new music video, and the part where she falls into the water, if you slow the video down, you can see this phone number flash across the screen. So I look up this phone number, and it's a military recruitment phone number to join the US Army. So I start looking further into this music video, and part of the video is filmed on this ship. But if you zoom in close enough to this ship, you can clearly see it's some sort of US military ship. So then I decided to start looking into the history of the US using subliminal messaging, and I find this famous TV commercial from the year 2000, where when George Bush put the word bureaucrat on the screen, it flashed the word rat quickly first. And a lot of people were really upset about it. But what's more shocking than that is if you look closely and slow the video down, you can also see this. So then I was convinced that they were using JOJO Siwa to recruit people into the US military. So I decided to look further into it, and I noticed that her new look, she has these sort of black stars over her eyes. So I start looking on the internet for stars, and I find this US military patrol playset, and look at the US Army logo on the toy. It's also a star. Now this is available from JCPenney, so I look further on the JCPenney website, and I find this JOJO Siwa high-back kids chair for $320. However, with the promo code BESTIE, you can get it for $288. Well, then I find this military-grade bulk screw with a part number of 2264. So I take the number 2264 and I subtract the promotional price of the chair, $288, and it gives me 1976. So why is 1976 relevant? Well, it turns out that 1976 was the last year that US troops were conscripted and had to report for service in the US military. So then I look further into the year 1976, and it turns out that the film Bad News Bears was filmed that year as well. So I look into that film, and apparently parts of it were filmed in Sherman Oaks. So I look into Sherman Oaks, and I find military personnel Brad Sherman, who has offices in Sherman Oaks, and not only is his logo a bear, but there's that star symbol again as well. So now I knew that Sherman Oaks was involved, so I begin to scour the internet for information about Sherman Oaks. And guess who just happens to be a realtor in the Sherman Oaks area? JOJO Siwa's brother, Jaden Siwa. So I look at Jaden's profile, and it says that Jaden Siwa hasn't provided a bio yet. Why is that? What are they hiding? But also Jaden Siwa used to be a vlogger, so I decide to look at his channel, and it turns out that he's posted 468 videos. So then I thought, what does 468 mean? Well, I took the year 2003 that JOJO Siwa was born, and I subtract 468, and it gives me 1535. Now, 1535 in military time is 335. So what does 335 mean? Well, the hat they wear in the US Army is called an 8-point utility cover. So I take the time 335 and I add 8, the number of points on the hat, and it gives me 1135. So then I look into 1135, and it turns out that JOJO Siwa made this tweet at exactly 11:35 a.m. saying that she loves Kraft mac and cheese. So now it turns out that Kraft is in cahoots as well. So I look into the Kraft company, and I find this article saying that they are leveraging military service for success at Kraft Heinz Company. And in the article, it even says that you can find flashes of military culture in how we work and what we believe in at Kraft. So then I decide to look up the price of a box of Kraft mac and cheese at Walmart, and you can currently get a box for $1.24. So what does 124 mean? Well, then I find this JOJO Siwa, the Sweetest Dreams paperback book, and it has a Lexile measure of 1090, whatever the that means. So I take the Lexile measure of 1090, I add the 124, the cost of the box of Kraft mac and cheese, and it gives me 1214. So what does 1214 mean? So then I find season 12, episode 14 of The Simpsons. And what episode is that? It's literally an episode where the US government uses a pop band to put subliminal messaging in the music to recruit kids to join the military. Unbelievable. So anyways, guys, I know this is shocking. Please let me know your opinions of this proven conspiracy in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.